Welcome back to our Community Voices segment. Joining us today is Mr. Jack. He's coming to tell us about this new holiday oyster roast that we are having at Finches, and it's for a good cause. We're helping people who have been affected by Hurricane Helene, who we all know right here, so many of us have been affected, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so tell me about how you were going home to your hometown, Mr. Jack. Tell me a little bit about how this idea came into fruition.
Absolutely. So right after the hurricane, there were about 8 communities, golf communities, that were affected and literally devastated. One of them being my hometown, Steenhatchee. So I immediately got involved in a supply chain relief effort. And several weekends into the program, I discovered a local family, Richard and Ashley McDavid. Mm-hmm. They had issues of their own. You know, they had health issues already. And then despite losing their home and their business, they took their property and they turned it into an emergency supply relief center.
Wow, that's amazing.
For volunteers and for donations, and they dispersed all of these supplies to the local communities, and they helped like over 200 local residents.
Yeah, so you decided that you were going to take the time out and help them.
Absolutely. You know, I just felt watching what they did with nothing. I just felt like it was time to give back.
Yeah, so I mean, you were partnering with Finches to have this event. It's going to be next Saturday, right?
Yes.
So why did we want to do an oyster roast?
Well, it's that time of the year, you know, an oyster roast, and Finches is very creative, so there's also going to be some chowders and chilies and all inclusive in the ticket is, there'll be live entertainment.
Oh, wow.
With Lolly May. So all of that's included in the ticket of $50.
Perfect, and I saw that you get a welcome drink as well, and you also will
Absolutely.
be having cocktails, beer, and wine for sale there as well.
Yes.
Yeah, and I mean, Mr. Jack, tell me, how does it make you feel? You're an engineer by trade, right? You are not into fundraising, you don't have a nonprofit, so tell me how it makes you feel that, you know, you were just in the right place at the right time, and you decided that you were going to use your efforts to help this family. I mean, how does that make you feel that you're able to put on an event like this?
It feels pretty good, you know. I think it was just the resilience of these people surviving with nothing that got me to pull those heartstrings, so to speak. Yeah. So it feels great.
Yeah. What's their reaction been when you told them that you were doing this fundraiser for them?
They're very thankful.
Yeah.
Totally unexpected and very thankful, yes.
That is really exciting. Yeah. So, I mean, like you said, you are partnering with Finches for this. Are there going to be different types of oysters there? I mean, we said there's going to be live music, there's going to be chowder, there's going to be chili.
Yeah, the oysters will be coming from the Chesapeake Bay.
Oh, wow, okay.
I'm buying them local here at Russo Seafood.
Chesapeake Bay, Virginia?
Yeah.
That's where I'm from.
They're imported. Oh, is that
wow,
right?
Wow, yeah.
Well, you ought to show up, and you get the oysters from your hometown.
Exactly. Wow, that's really cool. So you're going to pick up the oysters here locally. And like you said, I mean, your family is going to be there, I'm sure.
Oh, yes.
Friends of the community, and we're all going to come together as a community to help this other family, right? So how are you going to give them the money? How is that going to work after the oyster roast?
Well, when it's all done and we figure out what the proceeds are, I'll probably make a special trip back down there, and give that to them, yes.
So have you still been going down to your hometown to kind of help rebuild and the rebuilding efforts?
I went down 5 long weekends in a row right after the storm, and kind of slowed down a little this past week because of the holidays.
Yeah. So, I mean, when you were going down there, how are things looking in Florida? Because we haven't really gotten to speak to somebody who's seen first with their own eyes.
Well, being from that area, I had seen a few hurricanes, but this one was catastrophic. I had never seen anything like it, and the only word I can say is overwhelming.
Wow.
It was amazing to even see what had happened. You know, there was a restaurant there that I used to bust tables at when I was a boy, and it's nothing left but a concrete slab.
Wow.
It's very much like Katrina damage from Hurricane Katrina years ago.
And so that's where the resilience comes in, right?
Totally, because I'm telling you, some of these people are living in their cars, yet you'll see them at the volunteer centers volunteering. Yeah.
That is amazing.
It is.
So, I mean, do you feel like that's why your hometown has kind of been able to pick up the pieces and try their best to move on, because you all are such a close-knit community?
Yes. It's totally all the resilience and the unity, yes.
And I mean, we see that they're a close, tight-knit community. You're thinking about your hometown and doing things for them here all the way in Savannah. I mean, that's amazing.
Well, it's you know, that hurricane consumed devastation in 5 states, all the way up to the Carolinas. So there's a lot of people helping.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that is amazing, Mr. Jack. And I mean, what can people do to help? Because I think a lot of us, like I said, we were, of course, affected here in Savannah, but some of us didn't get affected as, you know, as these other cities and states. So what are some things that we can do to kind of help?
Well, come to the fundraiser this weekend.
Of course, we could come to the fundraiser.
But there's local churches and local outreach programs in some of these local communities, and if you want the funds to go directly to the cause, then I would suggest just looking up some of the local churches and communities there in these local communities on the Gulf Coast.
Yeah, and I also want to make a note too, volunteering your time. If you don't have the money or donations to give, like Jack was just saying, a lot of people are having to completely start over. So volunteering your time, trash removal, debris removal, if you're a handy person and you can fix things. We are all, like you said, in this together. I mean, it's a community effort.
It is. It really is.
Yeah. And so if you want to be a part of this amazing fundraising event to give back to the McDavids, we are going to have the link on our website, wsav.com/todayweekend. There will be the link, and you can click that, buy your ticket, and I will hope to see you all there next Saturday.
Thank you.
Oh, and then we got one more thing to say. Go ahead, Jack.
I just want to reach out to my daughter, Dr. Lindsay English. It's her birthday today. Happy birthday, Lindsay.
Beautiful. Happy birthday, Miss Lindsay. When we